looks like we have several people in. Let's go ahead and get started. Everyone will fill in as we roll along. We also will have the available recording afterwards, so be aware of that. Now we'll go ahead and get started. So welcome everyone to the webinar. This is 5 key videos you need to make for your business. So we'll go ahead and get through to some of this housekeeping stuff here. So like I just said, please introduce yourself in the chat. So your name, where you're from, where you're joining from. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, just put them into the chat. Like I just said, Isabella and I will be conducting a Q&A at the end of the session here. And then, like I said, also you'll receive those slides in the video recording through an email after the presentation. And then last, I also want to mention, make sure you join the HubSpot video marketing group. This is a group that we at Nextiny are running on the HubSpot platform. And so you can come here, you can ask any video related questions and we'll answer you. Feel free to interact with the community as well. There's several hundred people in there now and everyone's interacting. So it's a really good community to join and be a part of. So we just put the link in the chat there. So feel free to follow that link, make sure you sign up and be part of the community. All right, so introducing ourselves here. I'm Aaron Oberdick. I'm a video marketing specialist here at Nextiny Marketing.
And I'm Isabella. I'm the video marketing manager here at Nextiny Marketing.
Awesome. All right, so just going over today's agenda, we're going to be touching on 5 separate things here. So the first thing is going into why video, right? So why is it in your best interest to start creating videos? Then we're going to talk about what kinds of videos you should be making. So just exploring what exactly you do, what you offer, and what your videos fit your needs. Then we'll go on to the 5 videos you need to your business. So we'll go into detail on each and every one of these. It's going to be a homepage video, an email signature video. We're going to have a sales FAQ video, a product or service promotion video, and then lastly, a testimonial video. And then we're going to show examples of those 5 as well. Then after we do all of that, we'll talk a little bit about the importance of episodic video. And then lastly, we'll wrap up the presentation with the publish, analyze, promote, and repeat. So let's jump straight into the first option here. Why video, right?
Okay, so why video?
Yeah.
Next slide. So the play button is the most compelling call to action on the web. Adding video to your marketing and sales efforts is really going to help bring up engagement and entice viewers to check out more of your content. So here's some stats from HubSpot's State of Video Marketing to give you an indication as to how people are interacting with video. Video gets 3 times more engagement than images do. It gets 2 times more engagement over links shared on social media. And people watch about an hour and a half of video on a daily basis on average, which has certainly increased since the stat was likely taken, which was about 2018. So according to Wistia's State of Video report, which was conducted last year, you'll see here that there was an 81% jump over the course of the last 5 years in videos uploaded. And here you'll see that the minutes of videos watched by year increased by 84% in the last 5 years as well. So in this chart, you can see the videos uploaded by length over time. So these bars indicate the 5 years included in the study, which each grouping represents different standard time windows for video. So the most significant jump is definitely that the under 1 minute mark for videos that were uploaded in 2020. Outside of that, you'll see that the other most significant jump occurred in like the 5 to 30 minute grouping. So we could probably chalk that up to, both short form and long form video becoming crucial pieces of communication for both personal and professional use during the pandemic. But you can see that the trends were sort of leading up that way before that. So it'll likely continue to grow.
Excellent. All right, to the next section. So let's talk about the types of videos you should be making at your company, right? So first, you're going to want to determine your video goals and needs. So ask where in your marketing and sales efforts video can help. So look for, do you need improvement in communication efforts with leads or clients? Would your sales team benefit from using video to share frequently asked questions about your services or products? Could your personalized video help welcome you a new client? Or even, are you trying to promote your company culture or attract the best employees to your team? So just think about the options of what video can offer for you, and then think of video as both a tool and an avenue of communication. So the options are really endless. Just consider what you really want to prioritize and put first. Now, in terms of communication, consider video as a form of communication. So you really want to provide immediate information that they can gather from a video. Then you want to create more personal connection to complement or enhance other communication efforts. So you can put video into an email, you can put it in. Feel free to add that extra step when sending these forms of communication. All right, so section 3, this is the big part. We're going to talk about the 5 videos that you really want to start making for your business. And that first video is going to be the homepage video. So this is first and foremost what people are going to see when they come to your website, and it's going to be the first experience they have with your brand. So make sure that you focus on keeping it in terms of your branding, keep it all universal throughout your website, make it front and center. It's a great opportunity to show off your team. And it's also a great opportunity to create your brand voice, kind of set that expectation of what people are going to be looking for in your brand and other videos that they watch. Now, we have our brand video here, and I'm going to go ahead and play it for you so you can get a better idea of what a brand video looks like.
Do you know how your digital marketing is performing? We are Nextany, a HubSpot Diamond solution partner and inbound marketing agency fueled by strategy, software, video, and data analysis. We help our clients communicate their brand online to improve lead generation, create engagement through video, and increase customer acquisition. We give you the tools for success by creating a customized strategy, outlining a plan for implementation, and reporting on that plan so you can feel confident in the performance of your digital marketing efforts.
Awesome. So that's our brand video that we've created here at Nextany, and going over just a few things that you really want to focus on and then also avoid when creating your homepage video. So we're going to talk a little bit about some do's and don'ts that you want to make sure you put into all these videos. But the first thing for the brand page video is going to be making your value proposition clear, right? So what does your company actually do? Make sure you answer this in a very efficient and engaging manner. So next thing is knowing your audience. Incorporate key elements of your brand into your video and keep them consistent so you know who you're speaking with. Then also test out auto playing video. So this is a really cool function. Typically, people will come to your website and they might see a big play button. They might click it, but they also might not click it. If you auto play a video, it doesn't really give them that option to click the button. It'll simply it'll put them right engaged with the video, and it'll force them to watch that or stop the video if they want. And then last, put your video front and center. I did mention this before, but you don't want people searching for that brand video and poking around the website, researching, trying to figure out exactly what you do, only to stumble across this video several minutes later, and then they might have already gathered other information. So just make sure you put that video front and center on your page. Now, a few things that you want to avoid when creating your brand video is don't set broad goals. You don't want your goals to be too elaborate and large. You don't want it to be, you really want to specify on those goals and really nail down exactly what you're trying to achieve. Then don't get detailed, right? Don't get too detailed. It's basically along the same lines there as broad goals. Don't spend 10 minutes explaining exactly what you do at the company. Make it surface level. You want to keep retention on all these videos. So the ideal length is going to be anywhere between 2 to 4 minutes. You really don't want to go beyond that, because once you do, you start to lose a lot of retention. So don't get too detailed. Then you don't want to sacrifice good copy, right? Don't take all of your blog posts and just shove them straight into your brand video. If you have a great blog post, keep it as a blog post. You don't want to ruin that by putting it and forcing its way into a video. And then lastly, just don't get in the way of yourself, right? Don't overthink it. Just do the surface level stuff. Explain what your company does, what you're good at. You're your own expert, right? So just don't get in your way and create a great brand video.
Okay, so next up is an email signature video. So go beyond the standard intro email. Email signature videos are a great way to make a personal introduction before meeting this potential client or lead. It's a great way to provide clear contact information and role transparency. They know exactly what you need to be contacted for within your company. And it's a great way to show off your amazing team. So if everyone in your team has an email signature video and that client's just getting to know you guys, it's a great way to just make those introductions. So also, I just wanted to mention there might be some lag in some of these playback for the videos, but you guys will all have access to these so you can watch them after the presentation as well if anything's too lagged on your side. So also on this slide, you'll see there's a little screenshot of what this actually looks like. This is one of our clients' email signature video. We created a custom email signature blog, so it has all his contact information and the video to play. So Aaron, if you want to go ahead and click it.
Hello, I'm Mike Jeffries. I'm the Chief Motorhead and Control Geek of Mater Electric. I've been very blessed to have a business that was formed in 1903 by my grandfather and is now in its 4th generation. We have an incredible staff, a lot in all the different areas of the business, so please give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you.
Okay. So the do's and don'ts of an email signature video. So definitely you want to keep it short and sweet. Don't give off too much information. This is really just supposed to be just a quick introduction to who you are. It's great to mention something personal or relatable about yourself. At Nextany, we all, have a little something personal in our email signature videos, whether it be that we're dog parents, we like the beach, whatever it might be. You never know what's going to help connect with that potential client. Include the preferred method to contact you. If you prefer communicating by email or text, make sure you make that known. And it's really great if you can add a calendar link to connect with you at the end of the video and the call to action. It's just making that process that much more efficient. So some don'ts: don't fill it with too much content. So you could lose engagement that way. There's no need to explain all the company goals or history as well in this video. Again, it's just a brief intro. Don't read from a paper. It's okay if you want to read from a teleprompter, but for the most part, you want to keep it as light and organic as possible, because since it's not an in-person introduction, you want to make that connection as much as you can. And don't make it too lengthy. So we tend to stick to about the 30-second mark. So really sweet, quick, to the point, but also still having that nice connection.
Okay, the third video we're going to talk about is your sales FAQ video. So your sales team might be getting a lot of the same questions. Typically, that's very common. So video can very much help in this aspect. So it can remove the friction from the sales process, right? So a lot of those common questions, they might clog up some phone time or chat or whatever. And obviously an FAQ video can relieve that. It also creates validity and transparency with potential leads. So obviously, if a video lives out there, you're going to keep your message universal across the board. It creates that validity and transparency, and then provides helpful information to assist the lead in making a decision. So a sales video, FAQ video, can be very helpful. Now, I'm going to play this one. This is from one of our clients. I'm not going to play the whole thing, but you can get an idea of exactly how the FAQ process should work in regards to recording a video.
Hi, I'm Scott Antrett. I'm a Vice President and Trust Officer with Caldwell Trust Company.
And I'm Tony Blasini, Vice President of Employee Benefit Plans.
Here at Caldwell Trust Company, we've been doing individual retirement planning as well as corporate retirement plans since our beginning in 1993. On the individual side, we help clients with full retirement planning. We offer IRAs, Roth IRAs, beneficiary IRAs. We help folks with 401k rollovers. And then on the business side and the corporate side, we help clients with planning for their employee plans. We help business owners with their retirement planning. And that's where Tony steps in to help out with the business owner and the business. Tony, when a business owner comes to you and you have their first meeting with them, what questions do they ask, and how do you answer those questions?
Well, basically, when we meet with a new client or prospect, we look at whether they have an existing retirement plan or they don't. There'll be two different cases. So if they don't have a retirement plan in place, we'll look at the demographics, how the business is doing, and try to design a plan that will benefit the owner or the employees, whichever way they want to go. In that case, we might look at maybe a 401k.
Now, this is about a 10-minute video, so I'm not going to
the
make us sit through the whole thing, but I did want to give you that idea of basically Scott, the guy on the left, he kind of explains what Caldwell does on a basic level there, and also talks a little bit about those most frequent questions initially, but then he starts to get into more specifics and ask some of those questions that they get a lot, but are still specific to Tony, and then Tony kind of takes over and answers those specifically. So an FAQ video will very much benefit you in that regard. So a few do's and don'ts for the FAQ video. First things first, keep your buyer personas in mind. So answer reoccurring questions to optimize that video's effectiveness. Then keep that information succinct. You want to make sure that it's exactly the same across all the levels. Invite the viewers to contact you for additional information or to discuss their needs further. So those are just a few things that you do want to make sure you do within those sales FAQ videos. And then for the don'ts, things you want to avoid for a sales FAQ is divulge everything, right? You don't want everything to be murky. You want to make sure you answer it very clear and very concise. Don't get too specific. You don't want to make sure you're covering a range of topics and answers. So, if there's specific questions that you get from time to time, don't feel like you need to answer those. Just cover the surface level questions that you receive. And then any specifics that roll in after that, obviously you can feel free to answer personally. So we'll move on to the next video here.
Okay, so the next video is a product or service promotional video. So this gives customers a firsthand look into your product or service. It creates transparency for the service or product. And of course, it can showcase the ease of use, the functionality, different use cases, and it's a great way to help the buyer or the client decide their next steps. So it's really giving them a full look into what you're providing with this product or service. So we have an example here from one of our clients.
You wouldn't wash your friend like this, so why would you do it to your car? Don't beat up your car at the car wash. Instead, bring a hand wash right to you through Washer, the car wash on your phone. Taking your car down to the local car wash can cost hundreds of dollars in paint damage, and it's not very convenient because you have to take time out of your busy schedule just to go there in the first place. Cleaning your car doesn't have to be a chore. Washer makes it convenient by bringing the car wash right to you. Just pick a time to take care of the rest. No more having to drive too far, wait in line, or worry about poor quality self-wash equipment. And Wash is affordable no matter what type of budget you're on. We have on-demand options as well as subscriptions for unlimited washes on all of your vehicles. Car washes are just dumb robots. What do they know about washing your car? We wash every car we see by hand to ensure a soft and gentle cleaning that won't damage your paint. Take the hassle out of washing your car and download Washer today.
There we go. Okay, so you can see in that video, it was a great look into what that app provides, what the service provides, not getting too heavy into all the details of it, just really surface level, like boom, 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 this is what this can do for you. So some do's and don'ts of a product promotional video or service promotional video. So do keep as closely to your brand as possible. You don't want to stray away too far, especially if it is something more creative or funky. You still want to be continuous with some of your brand elements, whether that be the coloring, the logo, the fonts, etc. To make sure you're always kind of coming back to the brand. Make additional versions to share on social media, especially something like this, a product video. It's great that you can make like almost like teaser versions of it, share that with your friends, your family, your coworkers, etc. Push it via social media campaigns, whatever it might be. Be timely. Is it a product launch, update? Make sure to promote the video during the most effective time possible. Choose the best style that fits the needs of the video. Sometimes with service or product promotional videos, an animated video might make more sense. It just really depends on what you're trying to work through and help make really transparent to the viewer. So don't make it too long. Show only the key parts of the process or the product. Just because you might offer a lot more than what you would provide in this quick video doesn't mean to throw it all in there. Again, you want to still make it digestible as possible without, of course, shaving any important information out. Don't bring up any competitors. Let your product or service's quality and originality speak for itself. And don't push the sale. You're bringing transparency to your product to help sell for you. So sometimes if you are kind of being too on the nose with trying to sell the product, kind of could have an adverse effect and kind of repel the viewer instead of, being inviting and saying, hey, this is what we can do for you.
All right. And the fifth and last video that we're going to cover today is going to be the customer testimonial video. So this is really just letting your customers do the talking to connect with potential leads. It shows tangible results and it shows authenticity. So it's a great way to showcase your quality of service and communication with existing clients. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play one of our customer testimonial videos that we've captured for one of our clients. And you'll see how basically she explains the entire process, but keeps it nice and clean and consistent. So it doesn't go too long. You won't lose engagement on the video. And overall, it just really well explains the scope of services and what they achieved for her.
My name is Beverly Berger, and I'm president of the Homeowners Association at St. James Place in St. James City. About 2 years ago, the board of St. James Place Homeowners Association determined that we needed to replace our dock. We evaluated various dock builders for this job. We completed a request for proposal and received responses from several dock builders. After our analysis and review of everyone's quotes, we determined that Stokes Marine was the company to go with. We were very impressed with their professionalism, their knowledge of dock building, and very importantly, their interest in customer focus and the service that they were providing to us. We were very pleased with the work that Stokes has done for us. The project came in on time and on budget, and our homeowners are thrilled with the finished product that we have received. We could recommend Stokes Marine to anyone.
Okay, so when talking about some do's and don'ts of a testimonial video, first thing is showcase real footage of your service or product being used by the client, right? You don't want to go out and you don't want to show anything, not exactly what they're going to receive at the end result. So make sure that you showcase real footage, and real customers. So also use a singular case study, depending on the nature of the product and service, right? So you can do sort of like a multi-level user testimonial, but sometimes that causes confusion. People won't understand the change between different people and different projects. So typically it's a really good idea to take one project and create the entire case study and the entire testimonial out of that. Then you can ask the client to walk through their journey, and we're working with you and to bring transparency to the entire process. So make sure that you prepare your questions in case you need to walk them through the process. Typically, a client will get on camera. They might be a little bit nervous at first to explain all that. So sometimes preparing questions will help in that regard. And then a few things to avoid, right? Ask the client to say anything that wasn't authentic to their experience. So you don't want them to lie about anything, of course, in a testimonial video, because the next customer might not receive that same result. So you just want them to stay true to what their story is. And then you want to select a client who is comfortable on camera. You don't want a client that's uncomfortable on camera. Like I just mentioned, you can prepare notes to make them comfortable, but sometimes you get someone in front of the camera and it just doesn't work out. That's okay. You can find someone else, move forward with the project. And then don't forget to set those expectations. Make sure that they understand what you're trying to record with them, because they're probably in the dark exactly what a testimonial is. So just explain what those expectations are for them so they can move along and record the video as smooth as possible. Oh, I skipped a slide here. Sorry. There we
All
go.
good. Okay, so although we did promise 5, we did want to go over some bonus video ideas to keep in mind as well. I don't believe we have the file. We were having some issues with that initial file for the video voicemail, but just to explain what a video voicemail is, if you are connecting with a prospective client or a partner, whoever it might be, a video voicemail is a great way to make a personalized connection with that person. So this video was of Gabriel connecting with a prospective client, just giving him a shout out, saying it was great meeting him, and kind of just turning to give a quick wave. It's brief, it's effective, and it really adds that personal touch. So it's something that you can do right from your computer. You can record it on your laptop or even on your phone and send that video with your next email. And then we do have the next 2 videos that will play after this, but just to give a brief explanation. So animated videos, like I mentioned earlier, is a great way to kind of walk through a process of either your product or your service, or maybe even you're just announcing an update or a promotion that's happening. So we do have one walkthrough of a software that we created for one of our clients, we created a video for. And of course, there's property overviews. Again, these depend on what your video goals or needs are. If you do have a business that specializes specifically with properties or your own property, whatever it might be, this is a great way to showcase that property, its features, its highlights, really get a good look into all of that. So Aaron's gonna go ahead and play those 2 now.
Are the limitations of your current systems getting in your way? Does your insurance company need flexible, reliable solutions that won't weigh it down? BrightCore is the cloud-based core platform that helps P&C insurers move quickly and confidently. Insurance companies come in every size, and so do their software needs. Designed to scale, BrightCore is the right size insurance management platform that provides strength and reliability without the complexity, confusion, and disruption of a massive enterprise system. BrightCore, software for modern insurers. You might recognize that voice. All right, let's move on to the next video.
We use Aaron or Brian's voice for our videos. Okay, so transitioning into episodic video, we did want to mention episodic video just to give you guys an opportunity to look past these initial video ideas. There are other ways to create video content and relationships with those with that video content. So if we move to the next slide. If you've attended previous workshops, we've likely spoken about this before, brand affinity marketing. So brand affinity essentially is the level of trust between the consumer and a business. So how does this apply to episodic video? Episodic content is a great way to start building a niche audience of viewers who want to grow with your brand. It's giving viewers, prospective clients, or even existing ones the opportunity to tune into your content on a consistent basis. So why episodic video? It's a great way to create content to make an emotional connection with your brand. It's a long-term strategy. It doesn't launching a single video. It's creating a series, consistently publishing and promoting it, and letting it build that relationship with your niche audience over time. It allows you to create a positive impact on your marketing, sales, customer service, and HR efforts. The possibilities are truly endless. You can use it to help onboard clients or employees, or you can use it to talk about your company, what they love to do, what you're experts in, and doing it all in a creative and authentic way. So power of consistency. If content is king, then consistency is definitely queen. By launching an episodic series, you're setting an expectation for your viewers. Your audience will grow to expect a new video in X amount of time. So whether that be weekly, monthly, etc. Consistency helps build your micro audience over time. You build that validity with every episode launch, and typically word of mouth from your fans will be the most effective way that this audience is going to grow. Consider it as a way to keep viewers returning to your website. So all three of our series that we create here at Next to New Marketing, they all live on our website. So if someone's enjoying the content, they might be interested in checking out more from us, our blogs, whatever it might be. So it's a great way to keep everyone there. And of course, episodic video can be the solution to the content problem, which we'll talk about in a couple more slides.
All right. So speaking on branding here, I've spoken about branding a little bit throughout the presentation, especially in that homepage video, but a big thing across all of your videos. And then of course, if you got into episodic video content, is going to be branding. You want to make sure that you stay consistent across the board in all of your branding techniques. So that's, with your intro and your outro animations, it's going to be your overall logo. It's going to be your colors, your bug or your watermark. You can see from this slide up in the top right, we have the Martech Masters bug. This is from actually one of our series that we've created ourselves. This is Martech Masters, where we've done plenty of interviews with Martech industry leaders. So branding is just crucial, and always keep it in mind when creating the episodic content. And then last, I want to talk about generating additional content, from those episodic content videos. So take an episode, it can always be repurposed for new blogs. It can be repurposed for website pages, emails, social posts, podcastings, and you can even take old content and refresh it with that new information. So let's say you have a blog post that's always updating. It's talking about video, just video content updates. You can always be updating that blog through the episodic video that you create. So you can always create that, generate additional content from those episodic video. All right. And then moving last here, we have.
All right, so just to wrap up everything, we're gonna quickly talk about publish, promote, analyze, repeat. So in general, this applies to all of these videos as well as the episodic content. So when should you publish or send this video? Publishing timing can be crucial, and relevance is definitely key. If it's something that needs to be seen in a timely manner, or again, if it's because of a product launch or a promotion or an update, those all fall into place. So make sure that you're publishing at the right time. And where will this video live? Is this video for a blog, website page, social, email campaign? You want to make sure you're placing in the best place possible for your audience to see it. And especially if you are doing the episodic video, making sure you always have a returning platform for that. So whether you're posting your videos on YouTube or on your website, wherever they might live, just make sure that every episode gets published there. There's no swaying away from it, just to keep up with that consistency. It all applies to the publishing as well. Don't set it and forget it, and definitely be intentional with your CTAs. So essentially, when you publish a video, don't just expect it to, flourish in that one spot. Try to promote it, try to be consistent with that, and be intentional with that. And as far as your CTAs, whether you're using Vidyard, Wistia, you can make customizable actions, and you can really take that viewer to where you're intending them to go in this process of watching that particular video. And some key metrics to pay attention to include play count, play rate, and engagement. Of course, that varies if you are doing episodic as well, but for the most part, those are some standout ones that you're going to want to pay attention to. If you see one's faltering or it's spiking for whatever reason, try to dig in, see what's going on. If there's a drop off, maybe there's a glitch in the video, it could be a technical thing, whatever it might be, you want to pay attention to those stats. Okay, and that concludes the presentation. So we want to open up the floor to any questions that you guys might have. You can go ahead and throw them into the chat.
I did see, it looks like someone did ask a question, but they wanted to know how they could access the recording. I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, we will email afterwards the recording out. So for everyone that is here, you will receive an email afterwards with the recording, and you'll be able to rewatch all this content. So.
So as we wait to see if some questions trickle in, Aaron, I'll ask you one that I know we get a lot. If you don't have a videographer in-house, how can you get started? You know, what are some first steps to get started making some of these videos?
I think so. Some of the first videos you can start with, without that in-house videographer, start with the email signature video, because obviously that's very easy to create. You're talking about yourself and what you do at the company. It's short and sweet. It's about 30 seconds long in total. So it only requires you sitting at your desk. You can use your webcam to record that video and get started with that. So in my opinion, I think the email signature video is the first video that you can get started with, but I know that we have other opinions on that. So Isabella, do you want to share a video you want to get started with?
I think for sure you could definitely, the video voicemail is something that is easy to do. Again, you can record it right on your laptop, send it out. So that's a good one to get started with. And yeah, I've even seen some like thank you page videos done, recorded right on the iPhone, just those brief kinds of quick connections to make with people before they're leaving your site, whatever it might be. It's a great way to get started. And honestly, the more videos you create, even if it is with your phone, the more comfortable you're going to get, the more creative you're going to get. If you have someone on your team who's interested in making video, always a great way to, create that avenue for them, see if they're interested in making some for your company. And yeah, just getting started that way.
And before we answer another question, I do want to mention that if you join that video marketing HubSpot community, then you'll also see we have every 2 weeks, we have what's video marketing office hours. That's going to be a presentation that we provide. It's about 30 minutes long, and it just touches on anything new related in the video industry world. So any updates to software, any cool new features to something, we'll introduce any new interesting products that were just released that are really beneficial on the market. So we talk about a number of things in those office hours, but again, every 2 weeks. So if you go to the Video HubSpot community and sign up there, you'll see our office hours every 2 weeks as well.
Looks like Gabriel sent in a question. How can you get better quality video or sound without creating a whole studio or hiring a videographer? Actually, so there's definitely some great tools that you can use to optimize your current video or sound quality. There are some online tools as well, but Aaron, do you want to talk about our new favorite studio sound?
Absolutely, yeah. So there's a program called Descript. And it's very basic. It's very easy to use. You actually, when you import your video into Descript, you can, it transcribes the entire video for you, and you edit the video through a Google Doc, essentially. So it's really interesting in terms of the way it's an editor, but they just added this brand new feature into it, and it's called Studio Sound. It's one click of a button, and it basically takes any sort of audio recording and puts it through a Studio Sound enhancer, and which is basically a preset, and it spits it out, and it sounds amazing. So it's a really great product. I would highly recommend researching it. It's in beta form, and it's free right now. So definitely go check it out and test it out. Again, that's called Descript Studio Sound. And that is if, you're recording, let's just say an audio podcast thing on your phone. It might sound a little tinty. It might sound a little hollow without a microphone. Run it through Studio Sound, and it'll absolutely make it magical. So definitely one of the tools that we recommend when just getting started in video and wanting to enhance that quality.
And Gabriel just dropped the link for Descript in the chat as well. And also another way to optimize your video efforts and, not needing a studio or whatever it might be, you can actually create your own at-home studio. So Gabriel also just shared our blog in how to create that on your own. And if you join the our video HubSpot marketing group, feel free to ask questions about that. Aaron is definitely savvy in creating those. He's created them for our clients, and yeah, it's a great way to just have a small portable setup in your own home or your office, whatever it might be, to really reduce the amount of labor that goes into creating these videos. It's really plug and play, and you can record right from your desk. And then we have another question: some tips to pitch creative ideas to a more reserved client. That's a great question. And also, depending on the nature of your client's business, it might be something that it's not completely appropriate to do something a little more on the fun and quirky side. I would say some tips are to discuss with them what they're comfortable with to start off. So you'd be surprised sometimes some people want to be on the funnier side in their videos, even though you might not initially expect it from that industry or that company, whatever it might be. But I honestly think that the more thorough and intentional you are with your idea, the more that they'll get on board. So if you're very confident about why you think this would work, why this more creative idea would work for them, typically once they're brought into that understanding, you can really get them to get excited about it too. But Aaron, I don't know if you want to, anything you want to add
Yeah,
there.
that's great. I mean, video is an excellent avenue for creativity, right? And so you can explain to them, hey, obviously we can keep the serious stuff. We can keep that to our blog posts. We can keep that everything. And of course you want to keep serious to a degree in your videos as well. So you keep that brand consistency. But again, video is that opportunity to be a little bit more fun and to open that opportunity to be more creative and quirky. So, just easing their mind and telling them that is a great way to kind of explore more options. So,
is there any other questions? I don't think we missed anything here. And again, if you do have some follow-up questions, no problem, Sophia. If you do have some follow-up questions, feel free to drop it into the HubSpot video marketing group, and we'll be happy to answer that for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining, and we'll stay on for a few more minutes, see if any other questions trickle in. But yeah, thanks again.
Yeah, thank you. All right. Thank you, everyone. See you, everybody.
Have a great day.